So it seems like that most of you have already seen the Battlefield 6 leaked gameplay. If you have not, well, guess what, gang? You might want to buckle the hell up, because the people that have seen the gameplay, they are bricked up, they are hard. Pause, guys, keep it in your pants. Do not pre-order the game. Don't be letting your dogs out. None of that, okay? I got a video that I want to share with you in this one. If you're new here, you do not have to like the video. You do not have to subscribe. None of that. We're going to be jumping right into it. But shout out to the homie Jack Fraxel. Roll it.
Today, we've got some brand new gameplay details and information about the next Battlefield game. And this has come from the Battlefield Labs community playtesting. And this was an update posted on the official Reddit by the Battlefield channel. Now, unfortunately, if you're in Battlefield Labs, you can't talk about it, you can't show it, record it, stream it. It's all under NDA, and the whole purpose of it is for server performance testing and getting feedback on the core mechanics of the game.
Whoever was in the playtest, they said psych, and they ended up leaking the gameplay. Wait for it. You better get some tonight. You better pause, but you better get some.
But I think what they've done here is to keep everyone else in the loop, is posted some information about what's being tested specifically today. There are playtests happening. This information was leaked about a week ago. People were sending emails and stuff. So we're going to dive in and take a look at the new stuff now. We got this concept art too. This is brand new. We've not seen this before. We see modern military moving through a building. Could be a building on the map that we've already seen in the little gameplay teaser trailer they released. Nothing much here. I'm liking the vibe. That's all that you can say, really.
You know, I love the fact that we got factions, soldiers, uniforms back. I really hope in the final game we have that too, and we don't have this, okay? I don't want this one, way. Yeah, man. Like the video for no specialist. Like Battlefield 2042. Dislike the video if you want the don't be sad. This is how it works out sometimes, specialist, okay? I want to know where you guys are at with it, all right? But wait for it. Roll it.
So new gameplay information then. The post starts with this. This is the first of our regular community updates to keep you informed about features we're testing in Battlefield Labs. Today we'll focus on elements of gunplay and movement. We continually evolved our gunplay and movement mechanics throughout the Battlefield series. Now within Battlefield Labs, we're focused on refining the best elements from past titles, modernizing them and validating if they feel fun and rewarding and have the right balance between intuitive control and dynamic combat. We're designing the combat experience to ensure players of all skill levels can enjoy our gunplay and movement systems. Our goal is to offer gameplay that rewards skill with precise weapon feedback and movement options for veterans, while providing an intuitive experience for new players to learn and enjoy. I like the inclusion of skill there. That's good. Hopefully they go with guns that actually have a bit of kick, feel, and recoil to them. The gunplay,
bro, we gotta pause for a second, right? Can I say Battlefield 3 was ahead of its time, bro? This game came out in 2011. Oh, shit. Can you believe it? And it turned out to be one of, if not the best Battlefield game in the history of all Battlefield games. Of course, I love Bad Company 2. I like Battlefield 4 as well, but Battlefield 3 was special, damn it. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. But back to the video ahead. Roll it. Wait for it.
Exploring design centered on helping you learn and develop skills and muscle memory through action, as weapons naturally signal their recoil direction. I like that. This feedback loop allows you to understand and adjust your aim, making it easier to handle different weapons. This system not only adds variety, but also enhances each weapon's unique feel and playstyle. So it sounds like they're trying to make each weapon feel quite unique and distinct from each other based on the recoil patterns. And of course, you use that over and over again. You can.
And based off of the limited amount of gameplay that I've seen so far for Battlefield 6, it does feel like that there was some kicks and recoils to the guns, which is a good thing. It seems like that it's more than Battlefield 2042, but you better get some.
Learn it, and you just naturally feel which direction to pull to counter that recoil. You know, how many shots is going to be a kill, how many bullets to burst, that kind of thing. Movement is also deeply integrated with gunplay, as your actions and targets are all part of the same cohesive combat experience. We aim to make movement both feel intuitive and rewarding to move within the world and during combat, but also when playing against someone using both the gunplay and movement systems to their maximum potential. Initially, we'll test select but important areas that create the foundation required to create a fun and rewarding Battlefield combat experience. We're making focused efforts to create consistent and optimized millisecond to millisecond soldier combat, and we'll share some key examples of changes that will be available during our initial play sessions. And then they go into some of the big hitters here. We reduce the time it takes for bullets to appear on your screen from when you press fire. This change decreases input delay, making shooting feel more responsive and helps you better track and hit moving targets. That all sounds pretty good. 2042 did feel like it had quite a bit of input lag, especially when it launched, so I like that they're actually putting effort into this to start with. We're optimizing for a 60 Hz tick rate, ensuring the game server...
Yo, that guy was like the Battlefield version of Makarov, right? Yeah, right? And bro, I wanted to say this earlier, right? The M9 in Battlefield 3 was so good, especially that kick, that gun sliding when you shoot. It was just beautiful. I mean, the guns in Battlefield 3 were amazing. I mean, Operation Metro, Caspian Border, maps of... there was also the Grand Bazaar map as well, right? The Tehran Highway map as well. I remember that was very, very good in team deathmatch, especially, you know, suckers were sniping, people were using SMGs. Bro, Battlefield 3 was just a jam-packed game. And also, this game also had that Close Quarters DLC, which turned out to be one of the best because they also had a lot more destruction elements, particles flying, glass shattering, just a whole lot of that. They went gangbusters with those maps in this game. I really feel like that we need Battlefield 6 to have massive maps that people love, also have close quarter maps that we had in Battlefield 3 as well. I feel like that we need a balance of both. And also make Rush and Conquest really good again, bro. Like, make that great again. Make that great again. Make Battlefield great again, brother. Make Battlefield great again.
More frequently updates the positions and actions for all players. This is amazing. I think since BF4, since they did the CTE, Battlefield as standard has always had 60 Hz tick rate servers. It read from my experience since BF4 has been pretty consistent on most of the Battlefield games. Yeah, there's been some anomalies here and there, and definitely sometimes when servers aren't performing as expected, but 60 Hz tick rate before the game is even out, that's a win in my book. Compared to some other first-person shooter games on the market that are multiplayer, this is great to see. This results in responsive gameplay across all platforms and inputs. You'll notice more precise shooting and movement, enhanced damage feedback, and more accurate representation of other players' positions and combat outcomes. We've adjusted the recoil system to make the different weapon types feel unique when firing them. Okay, so we kind of picked that up from the first page there. Through enhancements to gunplay recoil, camera shakes, and firing settles, each shot's recoil direction now matches its gameplay angle. The weapon visually stabilizes the more accurate your handling is, making you feel like you're actually firing and controlling it. Okay, so it sounds like there's some kind of new gunplay recoil system here. I like how they said each shot's recoil direction now matches its gameplay angle. So I hope that means that if I'm pointing at something, that's where the bullet's going. I don't want any...
Yeah, as simple as that. I'll just simplify real quick, okay? So when you're using a gun in Battlefield, I don't want the recoil to be like... I don't want like that. I also don't want like pow, son. Like pow, son. Bruh. Like I don't want that too. It should be like that, you know? Like that. Just gotta have a little bit of that weight, you know what I'm saying? We need that, man.
Fake visual recoil that we see in some of these games. Where the red dot is, that's where I want my bullets to go. And then they go on a bit about the movement system here. To evolve the movement system, we've revamped animations and reintroduced movement features such as crouch sprint, combat dive, and landing roll, and added visual indicators to make it easier to understand when movements such as vaulting or leaning are possible. Okay, so crouch sprint, we saw that in the initial gameplay teaser trailer, so we expected that was going to be there. Combat dive and landing roll, I'm guessing that this will be the same as it is in BF5. I don't think that the Battlefield developers are going to start putting Black Ops 6 style Call of Duty diving in a Battlefield game. That would not work well, and everyone would...
Yo, imagine we get the homie, you know, I wish I could say psych, but guys, you never know. Imagine we get that friendly... Yo, imagine we get that BBC homie back in the Battlefield. I really hope they don't go crazy with the bundles, bro. Like, bundles gotta go. Skins, bundles, $20, $30 bundles is not content. Skins are not content. Skins are not content. We demand real content. We demand real content. Let me know if you demand real content or you demand $20, $30 skins every other day after you have bought the game for full price, man. Hopefully no one... I mean, there's surely gonna be one or two of you that would be like, but skins are content, SKizzle. Skins are content. I love skins. Yeah. I know there will be one or two of you would say that. I'm expecting that at the very least, but I really hope it's not like hundreds of you that think that skins, $20, $30 bundles are actually content. Bro, like, come on, man. Like, damn, man. We demand content. We demand content.
Rage about that, so fingers crossed that it's just like it was in BF5 where you can dive onto your side, your back, and then you can stay there and shoot. That kind of vibe, I quite like that. Combat roll's an interesting one, so this was also in BF5. If you dropped from a certain height and you didn't pop your parachute, if you pressed the crouch button right before you landed, you did a roll and you didn't take any damage, I think, or as much damage, but it was just a way to keep flowing, I suppose, with the movement. And it makes me wonder if they're adjusting parachute heights for this game. We'll have to see. And then vaulting, kind of a no-brainer. Leaning too. Leaning's interesting because it makes me wonder, are they going to have manual leaning in this where you can press a key, lean left and right? I don't know. It might just be contextual like it's been in previous Battlefield games. The problem with leaning in Battlefield is that they're running out of buttons on controller, so it's not easy to do. There are other games that do it and do it well, but it can be a bit fiddly, so we'll see about that one. And then feedback and validation.
Pause, brother. Pause, man. Fiddly? You wanted fiddly? Come on, man. Caught you red-handed right there,
At
Jack.
this stage, content within Battlefield Labs is pre-alpha, and play sessions take place within a closed dev environment focused on testing small chunks of a larger array of features. Some gameplay features are placeholder, work in progress, and with bugs and performance not being representative of the final experience. However, even during this early stage of development, you'll get a good sense of our new design approach. New design approach? Interesting. During our first play session, our teams will be validating the systems and stability of Battlefield Labs, such as server performance, love that, while participants will be able to familiarize themselves with what's next for Battlefield through testing the gunplay and movement experience focused on the feel of the different weapon archetypes, improvements to aim and control, talking about the gunplay again, weapon balance and fun factor, look and feel of movement, moving and interacting with the map, and combat pacing. And that's all she wrote. Those were the most interesting parts of the post. As I mentioned, BF Labs is under NDA, so even if you're in it, you can't say that you're in it. Just going to give my opinion here for a second.
People actually leaked the gameplay. You can't say it, but people actually showed it. Yeah, wrong sound effect, but...
Obviously, stuff's going to leak, right? And I'm sure that the developers know that too. But I think it's kind of weird that they're keeping it under NDA because the second the playtest starts, there's going to be somebody streaming it. There's going to be videos on YouTube. And let's be honest, as soon as it's on the internet, it belongs to everyone. You can't control it. And I do think that there will be people who don't understand.
That's exactly what happened. I think he saw it coming. I mean, he released this video at the same time the gameplay leaked. So I'm assuming he recorded this video just a couple of hours before the leak happened. Perhaps that's the vibe I'm getting from it.
What an NDA is, or haven't read what they signed up for. Their accounts might be banned, but the footage and the information is going to stay out there. Maybe Facts. EA want that to happen. It's kind of like a controlled leak.
Yo, maybe it was the homie Jack himself that leaked the gameplay, right? You never know, man. And now he's trying to like blend in, though. He's like, yeah, man, it's probably gonna get leaked, you know? And if it's leaked, I'm just saying it's gonna belong to everybody, which I mean, he ain't lying. He is not lying. That's facts. And also, this map was also amazing. Your Battlefield 3 had solid maps, actually. Is it nostalgia, guys, or is it that the maps were really that dang good? Because I did enjoy these maps. Even, yeah, like, but that's the thing, though. I was a kid back then, so everything was new, you know what I'm saying? But games were fun, man. Yeah, and we didn't have necessarily that... We had microtransactions, but they weren't like $20, $30 bundles, skins, battle passes every week. Not necessarily battle passes, but skins, right? Like, man, we had really good games back in the days, bro.
Leak a bit like Deadlock was, you know, the Steam Valve game that they released. But we'll see what happens. Most importantly for me, though, what this signals and what it shows is a change in mentality for Battlefield. Overall, this is a net positive in my opinion because they're getting people in early to actually playtest the game. On a mass scale, I think there was like 1.2 million people that signed up. It seems, based on what I'm reading on Reddit, that only a few thousand people have actually got into this first initial testing period.
Few thousand? Oh, shit. Yo, that's a lot, though. Of course, gameplay gonna leak. Of course, but... Okay, if few thousand people are selected... How many people are currently playing or doing the playtest? If it's like just one lobby, let's just say 64 people, yeah, some of them gonna leak the gameplay. At least one of them gonna leak the gameplay, and that's exactly what happened. Maybe they are confident, they knew. I mean, of course, they know somebody's gonna leak the gameplay regardless. Maybe they're like, yeah, okay, who cares, bro? Like, Battlefield is down the gutter. Any publicity is good publicity, and if the game is good, then people are just gonna, bro, buy the game, right? And that's exactly what's gonna happen if the game turns out to be good. And right now, a lot of people are saying nothing but good things about the game based off of the leaked gameplay that we've seen, because it does look very, very solid. For now, for whatever it's worth, it looks good. I hope the game is good as well. But did you see this UFO video though? If not, guys, check out this video on the screen. We had some of the craziest UFO clips in this one. Check it out, and I'll see you right there.